Tonight on Let's Eat, it's all about seconds. Second chances, second careers, second choices, or even second lives. We meet a chef who used to be a robotics engineer who now has a restaurant called Extra Virgin. We meet three chefs who are taking a second look at Filipino food in a food festival called Luz Biminda. And finally, second lives. We catch up with Lori Bautista Baltazar, perhaps the best food writer in the country. Find out what she's doing now that she's retired. All that and more in tonight's Let's Eat. It's really worth the drive to Rojas Boulevard, especially when you visit a restaurant such as this, Yurakuen in the Diamond Hotel. It's one of the most beautiful restaurants in Metro Manila. And today, since I'm in such a beautiful place, I need someone beautiful to dine with. She's Lori Baltazar, the author, founder of Dessert Comes First. Let's eat. The Queen. She is the best food writer, bar none, of her generation. Lori Bautista Baltazar of Dessert Comes First. The idol of all legit food bloggers. And she's our special guest today here at Yurakuen. There are a few writers that I really love to read. Anthony Bourdain, of course. Cloud Tayag from Pampanga. And another Kapampangan. One of my favorite books, okay, from the author, the founder, Dessert Comes First, none other than Lori Baltazar. Lori!
Hey, Spanky, thanks for having me over.
Good to see you
so
again.
Good to see you.
She's retired, okay, which is really bad for me and for her millions of readers. But I'd like to call it more of a sabbatical. But I do miss your writing. So, but what keeps you busy now? What's a day like for Lori now?
So I've given in to a lot of my new passions now. So I'm way more into cooking. Like I'm into Szechuan cooking now.
Szechuan.
And Korean. So I still do the baking.
Lori would be one of the few people I would love to listen to describe this wonderful dish that we have.
No, this is incredible. You have
Isn't
to tell
it?
me about this. So we're in Yurakuen.
Your first time here?
This is my first time,
Right.
but I know it's not your first
No,
time.
not my first time at all.
Yeah. So what is this? It's like a really...
It's essentially your appetizer for what comes after. So I'm going to take you to their teppanyaki room because I know you love steaks.
I do.
Diamond Hotel has always been known as a home for Japanese expats and tourists.
Definitely.
So it's but appropriate that they have one of the most beautiful, serene, and artistic-looking platters of sushi and sashimi.
Hey, you described it beautifully, Spanky.
Well, I took after the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on to our teppanyaki, and Lori will just devour her steak. See you in a bit. Overlooking the historic Manila Bay and its incomparable sunsets sits Yurakuen, perhaps one of the best Japanese restaurants in the Philippines. It serves the most beautifully marbled Wagyu and the freshest seafood, all here in one of the most dramatic dining destinations in the city of Manila.
Sir, ma'am, good morning. Welcome to our teppanyaki. Squid teppanyaki.
Chef Louis, so I have a question po. Is there a reason why you have a particular order na yung squid muna and then the fish muna? Like, is there an order that
Basically,
you have to
ma'am,
follow?
yes, ma'am. We start with the seafood first, and then the meat and vegetable, and then last is the rice.
kind of chef.
I know, I'm fascinated by all the butter that shows up here. Chef Louie has been a teppanyaki chef here at the Diamond Hotel's Yurakuen for 12 years. That's why I consider him the samurai of the teppanyaki table. And he's achieved that, just like a samurai, by training and dedication.
Squid teppanyaki, ma'am.
Oh, there we go. Squid teppanyaki.
Chef Louie, can you explain the sauces?
Okay, this one is lemon sauce, it's good for seafood.
Okay.
And the other one is miso sauce.
Okay.
And the other one is garlic sauce, which is good for steak.
Bon appetit, my cousin.
Tadakimasu, Spanky.
So next dish is salmon teppanyaki.
What do Filipinos like best in a teppanyaki degustation? Do they like the seafood course best, or what do they eat most of?
Actually the scallops.
So you see them very plump, but when they start cooking like this, and they're cooking in butter as we speak, what you're actually seeing is it's not really a diminution. It's more of a concentration of the flavors. So you get more of the seafood taste, the ocean, and that's what I like about it. Scallop or reverse alphabetical order. I'll try first without the sauce.
Oh my gosh, here it is. Okay,
Okay.
I see the light.
Flambe.
Here we go. I love this. Oh my gosh. Careful of your eyebrows, Spanky.
Yeah.
Never gets low.
I love it. I wasn't joking when I said careful.
Lori retired from blogging and removed herself from all the distractions of social media last year. So it's indeed an honor, and actually a bit of a scoop, to break bread with her today. Are you a chef also?
No, not at all.
But you're a
I went
home
to
cook?
culinary school.
You're a baker, I know that, you bake. You're a
Yeah.
photographer, definitely a writer, a mother and a wife.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know, I wear a lot of hats, just like all of us. Everybody does. Started the blog in 2005, and well, you know how the landscape has changed now. It's completely different.
How do you feel when you read your first post?
I cringe. I mean, 'cause as a person you develop, and as a writer you also
Yeah.
develop. So your skills change, your tastes change.
Tenderloin
So much
steak.
content.
Thank you. So I really like the tenderloin. It's really, and chef cooked it perfectly. So just on first bite, it's so juicy, and you get that nice meatiness. It's always looking for a good piece of meat, and just a little bit of the chef. This is soy sauce.
So yes, ma'am. Soy sauce.
Yeah,
Garlic
a
sauce.
little bit of the soy sauce for the garlic sauce.
Garlic soy
to
sauce.
give it that umami-ness that you're looking for.
The highlight of our meal, this. The most gorgeous, the most elegant, the most sensuous, the most lusciously, decadently marbled piece of Japanese Wagyu available. This is why Lori's here. She's not here because of me, she's not here because of you.
Because of Wagyu.
That's her favorite. She's a steak lady.
Yeah, I'm a steak girl. Although it's funny how when you have steak, I find it funny how a lot of people, they don't like to eat the fat. So I'm just not sure why they don't like to eat the fat.
Sir, ma'am, excuse me, one more flambe.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Whoa!
Love it.
See?
You can feel that burst of heat. Kampai.
Mike.
It's so tender that the juice just comes out.
I know you know what happened? It gets squirted in my mouth.
You just squirt it, and it's so soft that you don't even need your tongue to
Yeah.
push on the meat. It just
See, this
melts.
is why we get accused of writing erotic food porn.
It just
What
melts
would
on
you-
your tongue.
The fried rice here is served last, perhaps to fill you up if everything else was not enough. But here's a pro tip. Chef Louie's fried rice is so good that you should have it at the start, in the middle, and yes, once again, at the very end of your meal.
Chef, I have a question. Why
Yes,
is
ma'am.
it that, kasi diba Pinoys, they like to eat with rice, diba? Pero why is it that we save the rice for last?
Sometimes yung guest natin para makadami sila ng dishes, pinapahuli talaga nila yung rice. Kasi pag
Okay.
nabusog sila
Okay.
ng rice, hindi na sila makakakain ng other dish.
I'm excited. So this is a
I love
seafood
it.
rice.
Seafood rice.
And you know, like,
Our last dish.
Wagyu with it, and then
wow, look, I love that. It's such a huge shape of the bowl.
Yeah!
Again, again.
See? Steph Curry skills. Let's eat.
Itadakimasu.
Thank you, chef.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Chef.
Some things will never get old. Teppanyaki, this centuries-old Japanese tradition, lives on. And at Yurakuen, it's as entertaining and as satisfying as ever.